Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Akram and watching Knowledge 360. In the previous video, we discussed about mathematical operators and functions in PostgreSQL. And in this video, we'll discuss about string functions and operators in PostgreSQL. So we'll cover string operators, basic string functions, advanced string functions, irregular expression functions, and formatting with format function. First, we'll do demo setup where we create one table called employees and we insert some data into the employees table. So let's do it. So the demo setup is completed. First we'll discuss about string operators. The concatenation operator or the pipeline operator lets us join strings together. So for example here we are joining name with pipeline and then space hyphen this string and then the department name. So let's see this how the output comes. So this is the output we got. This is the name of the employees, then space hyphen then space and id. So this is how we can concatenate multiple values using the concatenation operator or the pipe operators in PostgreSQL. We can also concatenate non-string values as well. So for example here we are combining the employee id with the string employee id. So let's query this and see how the results come. So here we can see that employee id is concatenated with the string employee id. So 1 2 3 and so on. Now let's discuss about basic string functions. First we'll see length functions. The length function gives the number of characters stored in a string. So for example using char length function we are checking the length of the name that is stored. So let's query this and see. So here we can see that we have got the output and we can see here that the length defines like this. So how much characters are stored here, so that defines the length. Also we have another function called octet length. So octet length gives the byte size, not the actual length. So for example to write this particular character it take 2 bytes to store. So for that if I select this one and we'll get the output as 5 because it stores 5 bytes of data. So it takes 5 bytes of data to store this particular string. Octet length is 5. Now let's see case conversion. So using case conversion we can convert the lowercase, uppercase, initcap and so on. So for example here we are doing the name as lowercase and the department as uppercase. So let's query this and see the output. So here we can see that all the name of the employees are in lowercase and all the department of employees are in uppercase. In PostgreSQL, we also have trimming and padding functions. So for example, btrim, it removes the spaces. Lpad, it adds the pads to left, and rpad, it adds the pad to right. So we can execute them and see the outputs. So here is the output and we can see that space are removed and we can select and find that no extra spaces are left. And similarly, we can see for lpad as well. So let's see. So here we can see that total length is of 5 character and the it will be stored and the whatever the space left it will be padded with the asterisk. And similarly rpad, so if I write rpad hr and 5 is the total length and asterisk, so after hr all the pads will be added. So let's see. So this is how lpad, rpad and btrim works. Now let's see substring and overlay functions. Substring function is used to take portion of a complete string or it can be complete string as well. So let's query this and see how we write the substring. So this is the output and we can see that 5 characters are taken, but here we can see the 4 characters. One is because the one extra space is added to it. Similarly, we can change value here to get different portions of the string. Now let's see about overlay function. So overlay function is used to replace the string or in the substring. So for example here we are trying to replace as as from 7 to 4. Wherever as is written we'll replace them. So let's see that. So here we have queried and we can see that first the string was like this and then for these 3 characters, that is 7 to 4, the string is replaced by as. Now let's see some advanced string functions, concat and concat ws. So for example, if we concat name, then space works in, then department. So this is the normal concatenation where null values are ignored. So let's query this. So here we can see that we got this output, Thomas Anderson works in IT and so on for all the employees. We have another function called concat ws that works similar to concat function, but we have another extra feature here that we can implement one separator between values. So for example here we are adding separator as parallel line or pipeline between the values. So let's query this and see the output. So here we can see that we got the output is combined, but the separator we have used as pipeline, so it can be seen here. We have another function called initcap, so that is used to capitalize words. So capitalizing words means the first character of every word will be in uppercase. So for example we are passing the parameter like this, hello world from Postgres, that is all are in lowercase, but if we apply initcap the first character of every word will be changed to uppercase. So let's say this. So here is the output, and we can see that first character of every word is in uppercase now. Now let's see reverse, replace and repeat functions. So reverse function is used to reverse the string. Replace function is used to find a particular string and replace that with another string. And select repeat is used for like PG, and how many times it will be repeated? 3 times. So 3 times it will be repeated. So let's query this and see the outputs. So here is the output in reverse order of Postgres. For replace, we are checking A. Wherever A appears, it will be replaced with X. So let's select this. So here is the output, and now let's see repeat function. So this is the repeat function. So we can see that PG is repeated 3 times. Now let's see splitting strings. So we can use string to array function to split the strings. So for example, we are using the email value and we are providing the symbol at the rate. So that means wherever at the rate symbol is there, the strings will be splitted. So let's query this. So here we can see that the string is changed like this. So Thomas at the rate symbol was there, company.com. So at the rate symbol, the string is splitted into two parts as an array. Similarly, we have one regular expression function as well that will be used to split. So the function is regular expression split to table. So apple, banana, grape, and then comma. So let's see this. So here we can see that in one row we had provided the values, but it is splitted in multiple rows, and the splitting was done on the basis of comma. Now let's see regular expression functions. Regex functions are powerful for pattern based searching. First we will see regex like. So this function works as like operator that we usually use. So it will find the name of the employees that contains this string. So let's query this and find. So here is the employee name that contains this particular phrase. Similarly, we can use regex replace to replace particular value. So for example, here in the email column, we are replacing at the rate and this with at the rate new domain.com. So let's select this. So here is the output. So the first it was Thomas at the rate company.com, but now it is changed to new domain.com. That is the new value we had provided here. Now let's see regular expression substring. This is also powerful function to get the substring using regular expression. So regex substr, and we are founding like this C and then two dots, that means two position value. So the output should be C, D and E. So let's query this and see the output. So here is the output. Now let's see formatting with format function. The format function works like printf in other language, that is the C language we know. So let's see examples. In this case we are formatting the value like this. Here we have taken the name column and we can see that we have provided %s. That means this column is a string type. So let's see how it formats the values. Here is the output and we can see that it reads like this, hello and then the name of the employees. Similarly, we can format like this, insert into, then the %i, values, then %l. So the first parameter is users, then the second one is overall. So let's select. So here we can see that we have prepared one insert statement dynamically. So the conclusion is these functions are extremely powerful for cleaning messy data, extracting patterns, building dynamic queries. So this was all about string functions and operators in PostgreSQL. If the video was helpful, do like the video and subscribe the channel to get the notifications for upcoming videos. In the next video, we'll discuss about binary string functions and operators in PostgreSQL. So let's meet in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.